For those of you who are believers, those of you who know that our existence is dependent on the Almighty, may I request everybody to please be upstanding as we start off with an opening prayer from none other than our President Emeritus. Mr. President Emeritus.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. O God our Father, we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the gift of friendship. We thank you, Lord, for the gift of the great Namilyango College, our alma mater, that has nurtured us, that has taught us the ways of life, without which we would not be where we are. Lord, we wish to thank you for all our teachers, all our colleagues, and the entire Namilyango family that enabled us to have a purposeful life at the college and outside the college. Lord, as we start this evening to celebrate your sons and sons of Namilyango College who have excelled in various fields, we pray that you send your Spirit to accompany us this evening. We pray for your blessings, that the evening may go according to plan. And Lord, we also pray that the members that are here, that are going to be requested to contribute towards the endowment fund, that Lord, you open up their wallets, open up their cards. May they be generous to contribute to this endowment fund that has been named after our famous former headmaster, Dr. Peregrine Chivuka, to immortalize him in memory of his good deeds at the college and his dedication to education equity, through which many children, many young men who would not have gone through the college were able to go through. We pray, Lord, that you bless all of us here this evening, a favor we ask for through Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you very much, President Emeritus, for the prayers. You may please be seated. All right, to make this easy for me, can you just turn to the left and the right and say, welcome to the college? Just greet them and say, welcome. This is the college outside the college. In a special way, I think I'd like to start off by saying, for those of you who believe that you're here today because the Almighty decided so, give the Lord a hand clap. Just thank God. We are believers. All right, we're starting off what I think should be a very lovely evening. So if you are here without having gotten a visa, this is your moment to secure it. Let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Patrick Ezaga. I am a Director of Communications in the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda. Not many people know about it, but that's for another day. I'm in the cohort of 88 to 94 at the college, but I must say that I did only 2 years of the 6 there. Before that, I was in another college called St. Joseph's College, Ombachi, for my O-level. I never went to SSS. Let us make that very clear. I only went to colleges. So from Ombachi, I ended up in Namilyango College. And while there, the people in the vicinity, the students thought that there was quality. And I happened to test the position of a head prefect, second assistant head prefect. It wasn't easy because, as you all know, to be a head prefect in Namilyango, you should have started from senior 1, isn't it? Now, who is this Mupia who enters in senior 5 as in eating things? My strategy was very simple. I decided to do anything called sports, from football to basketball to volleyball to everything. I penetrated the institution using sports. I am the only fullback who played barefooted for Namilyango in the Legends, while all the others had boots. So having been a head prefect, it became a bit easier for me. And somewhere along the way, Dr. Peregrine Chibuka, may his soul rest in peace, felt that the kind of skill sets I had were not very commensurate with Namilyango. So he requested me to transfer my skills elsewhere. What you guys call dismissal. I was not dismissed. I was just not, my skills were not in sync with the college. So he asked and said, Mr. Zaga, you take these excess skills elsewhere. And that's how I ended up, for a very short moment, in a school called Makerere High. Two things confused me there. One, pork across the road. You cannot be in class and the smoke is being blown into your windows and you think you'll pass. Second trauma I got, having been in a boys' school only from primary school, Negre Primary, Ombachi, Namilyango, I go to Mak High, it's a mixed school. I was confused. You look left, you see beauty. You look right, you see more beauty. I struggled for that one term and I gathered only 9 points. There's no way I could have passed. Somehow, my president, Alex, and the executive thought I should be your MC tonight. I don't know what criteria was used, but here I am. I'd just like to commit to you and say 3 things. Number 1, because we're already way behind our schedule, I'm going to have to be a bit draconian and keep things squeezed. It's a Friday, isn't it? For the gentlemen, I don't know about you, but the ladies, I know they have carried their toolbox. At some point, these shoes will change from high heels to sandals so we can slide. For the gentlemen, we'll do it. So, in terms of time, in order to recover, you'll forgive me for being a bit strict. Secondly, this event has 2 major purposes. First and foremost is to recognize our alma mater, the alumni of the college, who have done service to this nation in various capacities. We are going to recognize their contribution to this nation. But as it is, the contributions they have made and the awards we're giving them today are more of person to holder. They'll go away with them. But at the end of the day, we would also like to leave something for the college in the form of the endowment fund, which is our second reason for gathering here today. And I would like to say that at that point, I would like to urge everybody that let's do what we have to do and support this process so that the endowment fund can continue doing the work that it is doing. It is not in my realms to go into the details. The chairperson will come here and share with us. But I'd like to say in a special way, each and every one of you is very, very welcome to this occasion tonight. Karibuni sana. I cannot fail to mention the fact that some of us have come here coupled. If you know you are a fumbler and you have come here with your spouse, please just clap for yourself. Only those who have come with a spouse. The rest of you, the message has sunk. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much for coming. And let's have this night. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's do something for the college that made us who we are today. All said and done, when I look around in this room, I think this country, the top leadership is out of the country. The rest of the cream in this country is in this room. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, as per our program, so our first comment and speech is going to come from none other than the chairperson of the Awards and Elections Committee. May I request you, sir, to please walk up, accompanied by the kind of music that you enjoy. Karibu. Soon after his remarks, he will invite the president of NACOBA to make his comments. And my team on the ground, you know that each of these speeches, when they end, there's a small activity, so please be on standby.
Thank you. Our guest of honor tonight, Mr. Emmanuel Katongole, honorable ministers, fellow old boys, guests, you're most welcome to this awards dinner this evening. My name is Robert Nsereko, and I happen to have been the chairperson leading the committee that ran through the awards, that was the awards committee. I would like to invite all the members of the committee to join me up here, because this was not a singular job, it's a committee job. Deo is here, Bazanye. Okay, I guess they are all busy. But ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to address you this evening. Our committee was composed of members across generations from the 70s all the way to 2000. Deo here represents the generation of the 70s. I represent the generation of the 90s. There are others who are not here yet. But the idea was to make sure that the awards are as inclusive and representative as possible. We were given this mandate to run with the awards part of this event in December last year. And we quickly embarked on the journey of making sure that we organize or run a process of the awards that is that has integrity and is going to be sustainable. This should be an event that everyone looks up to every 2 years. Remember, it's we hold the awards every 2 years. So we need to make sure that the awards are as credible and that they're as inclusive as possible. So we embarked on the key elements of the awards. First being a review of the awards themselves. Are we recognizing and awarding people across all sectors? So we embarked on making sure that the award categories were as inclusive as possible. So I'd like to inform you that from the previous 6 awards, that number has now been increased to 8 awards. We had feedback from the past where members were complaining that the awards seemed to be a domain of the older generations and that they were neglecting the younger generation. And on that note, we included an award to recognize the young generation. In terms of the process, as you all know, previously we asked the OBs to nominate members that they deemed fit under the various categories that were presented to them, and those were 6 previously. And then those nominations would come to the awards committee. The committee was about 7 people, and that committee would sit and then debate who of the nominees to award. Again, listening to your feedback, we decided that power belongs to you and you should be the determinants of the people that you feel are befitting to receive these awards. So this year we changed the process and formed ourselves into a technical committee. So we had the technical evaluation first, and then that was followed by sending through the nominees to the electorate to vote. So the awards committee of 6 was subdivided into subcommittees, which subcommittees were asked to co-opt people technical enough to determine the awardees, the nominees of the respective categories. So I would like to thank all those other members that served on the subcommittees to ensure that we have people who are fitting and do not raise question marks on why they are nominees. So we also undertook a technical evaluation of those names that came to the various subcommittees to ensure that there was no bias and that the process was measurable and could be defended. As a result, that's the list that you saw that was published under the 8 categories, actually 7, because the 8th category is the President's Award. So only 7 awards were up for nomination. So nominees were, we came up with the nominees and pushed that list out to you, the old boys. I would like to thank you for participating in the voting. For the first time, we've seen a huge participation from you in determining who is awarded tonight. I'd like to inform you that we got a total number of 628 votes for the awards. So thank you very much. This is a good start. It's not the best, but it is a good start given where we're coming from. And this year, again, in terms of changes, we are saying whoever is nominated will be recognized here. Some of the feedback we received was that people are nominated, and when we get to the awards dinner evening, they go away empty-handed. That is going to change. As long as you've been nominated, you're worthy, and you've gone through a technical evaluation, and you will be recognized accordingly. So thank you very much. Going forward, what do we have in store? We need to continue improving the process. As you recognize, this is not an event, it's a journey. Awards all over the world draw criticism or controversies, but we want to avoid that as much as possible. We want to make this an event or a process that stands the test of time. And that's why we're introducing technicalities around it to avoid populist votes. So going forward, I would like to urge all of you that when the call comes out, please participate in the process so that at the end of the day, we are all involved and we feel that the decision has not been made by a few people, but rather all of us collectively. We would like to ask you to continue feeding back to us so that we continue improving the quality of these awards. We treasure your feedback, but most importantly, we act on the feedback. So I would like to ask you to kindly participate in big numbers going forward. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue being brothers, and it's through this brotherhood that we will prosper. Let's use the networks that we get in this room, not just this evening, but going forward. Let's network and improve ourselves and improve our alma mater. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of the Awards and Elections Committee. I think the long and short of what he has been saying is that the Awards Committee in Namilyango is one that will not lead to a petition, because the process has been as smooth as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the key reasons we are gathered here today, to recognize the citizens of the college who have added to humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we would like to be a roller coaster programming. And on that note, the next remark that we're going to receive is from none other than my president, the president of NACOBA. And I must say that surely this is a gentleman who has added so much value to the efforts that his predecessors have done. He was here by 7 in the morning. When I came here, he was in jeans and a t-shirt. I don't even know when he had opportunity to go and change, but I highly suspect he must have checked into a room here. We shall investigate later. There's no way you would have done that. Please welcome our president of NACOBA.
Our dear guest of honor, Mr. Emmanuel Katongoli, Honorable Minister, old boys in your various capacities, members of the College Board of Governors, friends of NACOBA, our dear teachers and students, I welcome you all to our 4th NACOBA Awards Dinner. It's been a long time since we held our last awards dinner in 2018, and this was due to COVID-19 that disrupted every one of us in one way or another. Today, we gather here not only to recognize old boys in their fields of excellence, but celebrate the NACOBA family. This family continues to produce great men who are playing a vital role in every sector of this nation. Unfortunately, we could not have everybody nominated tonight, but I do congratulate every one of you in your fields of work, and I also take this opportunity to appreciate the Awards and Election Committee for the great work they have done. I believe everybody nominated tonight is a worthy winner. 2023 is engraved as a year we are boldly pushing boundaries to maximize the potential of NACOBA. The executive is implementing the NACOBA 5-year strategic plan that focuses on building a supportive and resilient alumni association, and also strengthening and preservation of the Namilyango College brand. NACOBA recently celebrated its 83rd anniversary, and as we look into the future of the association, I would like to appreciate my predecessors and their executives for the firm foundation they have built that has allowed us to think outside the box. I'm glad to inform you that the acronym NACOBA is now a registered trademark fully owned by Namilyango College Old Boys Association. Our offshoots, the NACOBA Circle, the NACOBA Consultants, and the Ngo League have continued to grow by the year, and I encourage every one of us to be part of these entities. It is our sole duty to build these structures, and I must also inform you that we have also built structures with the cohort leadership, with the diaspora and the university chapters that continue to allow us to reach out to all old boys in every part of this world. And as we celebrate our milestones, we have not been alone on this journey. We have made friends along the way that believe in the brand NACOBA, and at this juncture, allow me to recognize the family of the late Dr. Pilgrim Chibuka, who are with us tonight. And allow me to also recognize representatives from Crestform Limited, led by Mr. Godfrey Waniala. Crestform has donated 10 mattresses towards the Namilyango College sick bay. We thank you for that. And they've also donated an orthopedic mattress to one of the winners. I must tell you, the executive members were wondering whether one of us should take it. But since we couldn't decide on who to take it, we've agreed we shall give it to one of the winners this evening. And I must also recognize our friends of Avis Foundation, who are funding a skilling project at Namilyango College. And these are opportunities we deliver to our students at college so that we can have skilled students coming out of Namilyango College. We also have here tonight our friends from Gayaza Old Girls, led by their chairperson, Engineer Dr. Florence. I welcome you to NACOBA. And I also want to welcome our other friends from Trinity College in Abingo, our Old Girls, led by their president, Miss Maria. And I must say, Miss Maria took a good liking to Namilyango Old Boys. She's a wife to one of us. Fellow Old Boys, I want to thank you for your continuous support and the great opportunities you provide to our alma mater. I want to thank Honorable Justice Bart Katorebe, who recently launched his new book, My Life, and has donated 18 books to our college library. We thank him for that. A number of you have consistently supported us, and one gentleman in particular I want to recognize is Anthony Natif for his generous contribution and support to NACOBA and Namilyango College. And in line with our constitution, the executive recently passed a resolution to induct him as an honorary member of NACOBA. This is our only way of expressing gratitude to members of the fraternity for continuing to support this association and our alma mater. Thank you, Anthony. He's just on his way. We shall recognize him once again when he's here. Friends, it is our sole duty as Old Boys to support the college administration and students. I urge you all tonight to support the Namilyango College Pilgrim Chibuka Endowment Foundation. This is going to allow the college to implement its recently launched 10-year strategic plan. As the association, we continue to carry out our annual activities. We recently held our 13th Family Sports Gala at MOOPS, and we also carried out our career guidance and community medical camp at the college, and we also continue to hold our monthly get-togethers at Shell Club. Finally, I would like to thank my fellow executive members, our office administrator, and the cohort captains for the mobilization efforts to ensure we have a successful evening. I also want to appreciate our sponsors and service providers. We have the NACOBA Circle, we have Uganda Wildlife Authority, we have Finfort Limited, Crest Farm Limited, CMS and Company Advocates, Golarch Investments, Civil Aviation Authority, Brand House, Ashton Events, Legacy Productions, for your commitment to be part of NACOBA brand. I once again thank you all for joining us tonight, and I wish you a fantastic evening. Thank you very much, Nis Dominus.
In a special way, we'd like to recognize your presence, our sisters from Gayaza and Trinity College. The president asked me to specifically say that the next time you have an event, we shall reciprocate. And we will come in full force, because that is what it means to network and to support each other. And I mean, if you were not here, I would be with these bulls. You see them, they are cutting letter O and what. At least your presence is adding flower to the occasion. Many of you have remained the way you were back then, although kilos have increased a bit, but it is allowed. You're now mothers, and that's expected. Ladies and gentlemen, let's progress. And I now have a very interesting singular opportunity to invite our dear headmaster to come and share with the former students of his college during this occasion. Mr. Headmaster, you know, I have not actually met him in person. Every event in Namilyango, he has been too busy. But I am always a man who believes that what is meant to be will be. Here I am now inviting the headmaster. Mr. Headmaster, I am the one. Camera, come. Camera, put this on record. I am investing in my son. He's in P6.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, MC. Our guest of honor tonight, Mr. Emmanuel Katongole, Honorable Minister, members of board present, dear Old Boys, my brothers, our guests tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very delighted and privileged to be standing here this evening on this special occasion when NACOBA hands over these awards to our OBs who have excelled in life. This function not only illuminates the greatness of our Old Students Association, but also throws a lot of weight on the college as a great academic institution. In addition, it accords all the students a lot of respect and honor. I therefore congratulate us all upon this noble achievement and singular experience. I'm happy to state that the college has been well, and I bring warm regards to us all. As a family, we have on this day been represented, as I mentioned, by those committed members of staff. We know and appreciate the efforts that are always made to ensure that the college maintains its luster in the field of academics, sports, and other competencies. It is this menu that we offer with your ardent support that make the college products unique and special. Allow me to mention that some of the NACOBA initiatives that we pride in at the college, and many of them have been universally enjoyed by the staff and the students. They are the same activities that create or shall create strong memories in our students. I do believe that these students will be able to sustain and propel the association forward long after I've gone. There are quite a number of initiatives that have been undertaken by NACOBA, and they greatly promote the image of our much beloved college. Allow me to mention a few of these ones. The first one that has deeply touched the hearts of anybody connected to the college is the NACOBA Bursary Fund. 27 students have enjoyed this bursary, the benefits of the bursary scheme since it was initiated in 2019. I'd like to thank NACOBA for this great initiative that has given our sons, the young boys, a chance to enjoy and reap greatly from what they would otherwise have missed by anybody who may leave college. The inspirational career guidance sessions that are normally given in March and even along the year have helped the students stay focused on their academics, and they continue even after the college because they have the inspiration that all the successful old students have exhibited. We get encouragement, guidance, and other forms of support from the old students and various governing bodies. I'm happy to say that NACOBA has a large representation among the PT executive and the board of governors. It's possible that Namilyango College has the largest representation in the governing bodies among any school that we know. I thank the old students. I want to recognize the chairman PTA, who's present here, Engineer Ronald Katokaizi, who's doing a great job with us. There are many others, including the president who sits on the board by capacity of being the president of NACOBA. He comes to represent the old students. We thank them for that enormous guidance and support they always bring to the college administration and staff. We enjoy technical support. One of the things I've enjoyed the most is that good road with its magnificence and the gate. They were designed and directly supervised by NACOBA. We are very happy that when the old students leave, unlike it happens in a number of schools, NACOBA continues to be seen. I've seen a number of OBs who just come and say, I've just come to check on the college. I used to live in such and such a house. This shows how much the college is loved, and when the students who are therein see you, they feel motivated and encouraged to push on even when times are hard. We have got good lobbyists in the umbrella of NACOBA. We've got privileges courtesy of this team. The most recent is the water well that we got from the Ministry of Water and Environment. It alleviated anybody who was in the college many years ago knows that one of the challenges we've been having is water. This challenge has been greatly reduced courtesy of some of our old boys who sit in good offices. Dear guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, with a lot of excitement today, we welcome the grand initiative of the Namilyango College Peregrine Chibuka Endowment Fund. As a college, we are excited and very hopeful of the benefits that we shall reap from this great initiative. I promise to give a lot of support to the endowment fund. I also want to appreciate the positive publicity that we normally get from the old boys' activities. Some of them are just fanfare, but they promote the college greatly. There are those which are very serious, like the NACOBA Circle. They also bring a lot of respect and honor to the college. The image of the college is greatly protected and promoted by these activities. I want to pledge on behalf of the staff, on behalf of the students who are seated there, and those ones who stayed at home or at the college, and on my own behalf, that we shall continue pushing the image of the college and the image of NACOBA forward. We shall protect it, we shall defend it, and we shall make sure the fire keeps burning. I take this chance to congratulate the awardees tonight. It's because of this recognition, because of what they're going to get, because of what they've done, that the image of the college remains positive in this country and elsewhere. We congratulate you, dear awardees. I also request that I thank all those persons who have made the contributions to the college. We get a lot from OBs. I want to mention in a special way Anthony Natif. Anthony Natif helped the boys stay at college. He gave us 3 million every term for 5 years. I've already mentioned the NACOBA Bursary Fund. We have a list of 27 boys. All of them managed to progress to the next level in their academic life. And I take this chance to read them out for everybody here to listen in And no, and I've seen some of them here. In case somebody is here, I pray that they stand up for recognition. Ayesiga David, Balikowa Augustine, Benamastiko Arthur, Bukuru Benjamin Anthony, Bolitwa Christopher, Dau Abraham, Galuwango Shadrach, Jingo Joseph, Kakande Joshua, Kasozi Conrad, Kasule Vernon, Kayabia Jordan, Chibuka Ernest Bosa. I saw Chibuka Ernest Bosa here is doing architecture at University in Chambogo. Kimong Mark Olatum. This is NACOBA Bursary Fund Beneficiary 001. Ruboyela John Jones, Mubiru John Bosco, Mubiru Rodney Emmanuel, Mujuni Michael Owen, Muchibi Chirinya, Mutawe Jeremiah, Muando David, Okiria Joel Promise, Okiru John Baptist, Okrut David, Okwira Emmanuel Wameja, Tumusime Jensen, and Waiswa John Paul. All these young men have benefited from the NACOBA bursary scheme. We thank you very much for the sacrifice you have made. I want to thank Crestform for the mattress they have given us. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for your kind attention and wish you a great evening. Long live NACOBA, long live Namilyango College. Nis Dominus. My name is Ipulga Constantine. I'm privileged to be the head of Namilyango College. I was Namilyango College in 1988 and 1986, 1988. And I belong to Hanlon House, the House of Lords.
There have been donations made to the school, and Mr. Headmaster, I would like you to receive them. Of course, with the full backing of the students. You know, I was supposed to be in Hanlon also. I told you. There was a battle between Hanlon and Renzik, but Hanlon, as you know, there was a problem, but that's for another day. All my students, please come up. Now, for the other friends of ours, Trinity College, Bingo, Gayaza, if you have daughters, this is your moment to look carefully on the stage. We are fighting homosexuality, and I want to believe you're all above 18, so some of my things, I'll say them as plainly. May I invite Bernard Katurebe, please come forward to hand over first the books. Bernard? Reading is a big problem. And when you have an opportunity to receive a donation of books, it is simply telling the students you must read. And for some reason, God and his ways, Bernard is handing over the books. One of my sons is Bernard. So in my culture, the elder gives chicken to the young one. When we are done here, we shall talk. Thank you very much. May I have one of the books? There are 18 copies, and the book is titled My Life, Turbulent Times and Service in the Three Branches of Government. But Magunda Katurebe, a memoir. May I take the honor to invite you, sir, to hand over to the headmaster. The students, can you carve in a little bit? Just carve in so that the photo looks what it should be. Thank you very much, and please keep giving more. We thank you very much, Bernard, for representing the erstwhile and respectful mosaic. Crestform, thank you very much for the offer of the mattresses, and may I invite you to come and hand over to the head teacher. Please come. At the end of a long day, When the students have read so hard, they need to have a comfortable rest. These are very lovely mattresses. Thank you very much. May you please do the honors. It is official. Thank you very much. You guys are very smart, by the way. Please clap for them. This is the college. You guys are very smart. Thank you. Please. I can assure you, one of the things running in the students' minds now is, where do I get this photo? Because in this day, in their current era now, having this photo can open doors in Nabingo and Gayaza. And now I have the singular honor and pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to first of all share with you very briefly, for those who may not know, none other than the Executive Chairman of CIPLA Quality Industries Limited, in the person of none other than Mr. Emmanuel Katongole. Mr. Emmanuel is our guest of honor. And before I ask you to step up, sir, give me 30 seconds to just let the alumni know what it is that you have contributed to this world. As I mentioned, he's the executive chairman of CIPLA Quality Chemicals Industries. He has also served as a managing director and shareholder of Quality Chemicals. For those of you who have been baying for the opportunity, in 2021, His Holiness Pope Francis appointed our guest of honor as a Purple Knight in recognition of his contribution to the church. This is the part where in my village people will be, and you are there. Our guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, is a member of the Initiative for Global Development Frontier 100. In the East African region, he was a winner and representative at the 2013 Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. As I speak, just clap without will. It is the only thing government is not yet taxing. He has been a recipient of the Namilyango College Order of Merit Award in 2014 for his outstanding contribution to entrepreneurship and the community, and the NACOBA Service to the Country Award in 2018. He is a Rotarian. He has served as the district governor for Rotary District 9211, which comprises of Tanzania and Uganda, and currently serves as the endowment and major gifts advisor for Africa. Clapping has been declared officially open. A multiple major donor, and was thus inducted into the Arch-Kayam Society of the Rotary Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Katongole holds a Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy and Planning and an Honors Bachelor's of Statistics degree, both from our very own Makerere University. I have just used the opportunity of time to pronounce who he is, but otherwise I would never have fitted in that shoe, sir. With these credentials, mine are 1/8 of what you have achieved. Dismissed head boy, MBA, and that's it. Please join me in welcoming our guest of honor to make his remarks. And true to myself, as the guest of honor walks up, I cannot fail to recognize... Okay, I'll come back. Let me give the guest of honor his life. Come on, give it to him. Thank you. Thank you very much. For those of you who thought we were going to get a guest of honor who has political office and blah, 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 and blah, 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 our own is what we need. Welcome, sir.
I believe Patrick wouldn't mind a photograph.
You guys, come. This photo is going to earn me 2 weeks of good diet from my wife.
Good evening, friends. Hello, Namilyango College. Hello, Gayaza High School. Hello, Trinity College. Let me say that I am a very proud byproduct of Namilyango College. Members of the Board of Governors of our college, Mr. Headmaster, the family of our late parent, Dr. Pelgrim Chibuka, Mrs. Chibuka, and your family, proud to have you here. President of our Old Boys Association and your executive, all of you members of Namilyango College, ladies and gentlemen. 48 years ago, I had the opportunity of having a life changer. And that is when I was admitted in Namilyango College. And Namilyango College gives me some of the best moments of my life, the best memories of my life, because without Namilyango College, I wouldn't be standing here. My brother Patrick stood here and he said, well, I'm co-founder of Cipla Quality Chemical Industries. I'm chairman of this, that. His Excellency the President appointed me as chairman of the Uganda National Oil Company. Just last Tuesday, I was with him. I told him my 8 years are done. You've got to look for another chairman. He said, Katongole, you cannot go. You have to stay. I said, Mr. President, that is the law. But all that cannot be defined if you don't talk about Namilyango College. Because coming to Namilyango College, truth be told, was my first time to step in a vehicle. Taking a bus from a little village called Bleda in Mityana district to Namilyango College, to Kampala, and then a UTC bus to SETA, and walking from SETA to Namilyango College was one of the best experiences of my life. Getting into Hanlon House and at night seeing electricity was the first time in my life to see electricity. Going to take a shower inside a house, that day, 48 years ago, was my first time to take a shower inside a house. And therefore, Hanlon House remains the best house I've ever lived in. And when my good friend and a fellow Rotarian, Robert Nsereko, called me and asked me to be a guest of honor, my first instinct was to say no. For two reasons. One, I didn't think it was proper for me to be a guest of honor in my own family, because Namilyango College is my family. The second, this evening, I have a family function that I had to attend to and I must attend to. But then, as I was trying to struggle with my own mind, something crossed my mind And those were the words of Maya Angelou. And she said, you can never know where you're going before you know where you have come from. I therefore decided to say yes, to come and honor my college, my alma mater, the college that has made me who I am, and the college that has equalized and pulled me and thousands of others from grass to grace. I therefore stand here to thank the founders of Namilyango College, the Mill Hill Fathers. I want to thank all the leaders of Namilyango College, past and present. When I joined Namilyango College, our headmaster was called Mr. Alfred Mugoda. Before then, we had learned of Mr. Mayanja. I don't believe he's still alive. We had learned of a man who inspired us to dissect a molecule and know what lies in between an atom and a molecule, Father Calipers. And as I was seated with the Honorable Minister, we shared the experiences of science. And Father Calipers is probably one of the best human beings that defined the scientific processes of life in our times, and he was in Namilyango College. After that, there have been a number of leaders. After Mr. Alfred Mugoda, we had, I believe, the man we're going to celebrate tonight, a gentleman, a scholar in his own right, Dr. Pelgrim Chibuka. Then came Mr. Gerard Muguluma, and now we have Mr. Mpoga. Great men who have helped to shape the destiny of our country. I'd like to say thank you to the younger generation. When we talk about the 50s, probably I know only one old boy, Professor Matthias Chiwanuka Semakula, who was in Namilyango College in the 50s. 60s, only this evening I learned of Honorable Mafavi Gitudu in the 60s. He was in Namilyango College 10 years before I went to Namilyango College, before our current headmaster was born. The work that Namilyango College has offered to the country may not be recorded, but let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is work that we should celebrate. For me as a person, the college gave me an opportunity to meet some of the best Ugandans I've met. Take an example of my brother and friend, Sam Kamia. Sam Kamia was in Senior 1 West when I was in Senior 1 East. We could share. Today, he's played a significant role to this country, in the liberation of this country, and the peace that we have in this country. But I've got special recognition to the younger generation. During our time, we knew of General Francis Nyangweso, the late, who was chairman of the Old Boys Association for probably over 30 years. We didn't know so much about digging into the history of Namilyango College and doing the things that the new generation is doing. Today, we have got those friends, old boys of Namilyango College, who are Namilyango College in the 90s, 2000s, going to college and defining it to say, yes, Namilyango College can only be number one. Nothing short of that. But if each one of us could reflect our time in Namilyango College and we get the truth into our mind, a lot that shaped us. I'll share with you some experience, my personal experience. I had never in my life put music and danced. My first time in Namilyango College was actually with a Gayaza girl. The only difference that I had borrowed almost everything on me. And this young lady started dancing, and I'll never forget that song. It was called Kasongo by Orchestra Super Mazembe. Now, we started dancing, and my steps were going this way, hers were going this way. She could tell me, please settle down, settle down. And I was not myself. I was not myself. But that gave me the courage to get a wife, and today I'm a married man with 4 children. Thank you, Namilyango College. Thank you, the leaders of our association. Thank you for the work that you're doing. During our time, the road was like nothing. Today, you go to Namilyango College, there's a fine road. Our gate was that tiny. Today is significant. The number of achievements that the college has done, and to all of you, my fellow old boys, it is our responsibility to make sure that Namilyango College remains on top. Last week, I was invited to a school, not even a college. It's called Mbarara High School. And the old boys had mobilized within themselves and built a block that is so magnificent that I believe is going to be so significant and lead probably that school to be promoted to a college. What are we up to? All generations, 60s, we have the minister. Today, in the government and in business world, we can count a number of alumni from Namilyango College. Let's go out and build our college. But there is a great start. Great start is scholarship, is education. The other day, I had a conversation with our president, very brilliant young man, Atia. And he was telling me how they want to start an endowment fund. And that endowment fund, for those of you who can imagine what an endowment fund is, under normal circumstances of an endowment fund, you put the money into a revenue generating investment, which is 100% sure that it is there, like a government bond, treasury bills, fixed deposit in a bank, then you get the interest to do the other stuff that you want. I'm not so sure whether that is the concept that the old boys, NACOBA, want to do. But to be able to do that and get enough funds to pay for school fees of a number of children, we must create a large fund. And let me tell you, in 1988, I had the privilege of going to India, a large city called Calcutta. They now call it Kolkata. And I met a very special lady. She's now a saint, Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, among her many words and writings, she said that the little we do is a small drop in the ocean. But probably without that drop, the ocean would never be full. Let's not look at Honorable Engineer Magogo and say, oh, he's got all the money, let him grow this fund. All of us can do something. Those of you who know what Rotary is, it takes only $1 to immunize a child. $1. And Rotarians have been contributing, and because of that, in a period of 30 years, polio is about to be eliminated from the face of the world. Similarly, whatever contribution, whether small or big, will create to an endowment in honor of our late leader, Dr. Peregrine Chibuka, but will pay and will look after Honorable Norbert Mao. You're most welcome. I don't think Norbert would ever have been president of a major party, and now the man in charge of the laws of our country and the constitution of our country, unless he went to Namilyango College. When you came in, Honorable Mao, I was talking about our endowment fund, that the younger generation is beginning. Let us all participate in this endowment fund. Because education is an equalizer. An equalizer that a man who stepped in a vehicle for the first time when he was going to Namilyango College, that a man who first saw electricity for the first time 48 years ago to Namilyango College, today can stand in front of you and say something. Then you know that education is an equalizer, and we must make sure that everyone who deserves education gets it. It is not a preserve of the rich. Education should be a preserve of every human being. And with due respect to Honorable Norbert Mao, you should make that a human right. That everyone should be able to get an education. So let's contribute to that. You will say, oh, you are talking, what are you going through? I'll put in some money, but it will not be all. For a start, in that bag, I'll put in 10 million shillings. But on top of that, I'll be a mobilizer and say, let's grow this into a significant endowment fund. But on top, whoever will be president, on the anniversary of today, I'll not say what I'll put in. So long as I'm alive, I'll put in some money every year. Simply because education is an equalizer. Thank you for doing that savings credit society. Namilyango College cannot remain small. We cannot stay with the cooperative savings and what. Let's grow it into one of the best microfinance companies in this country. Let's grow it. We can do it. I don't want to talk about myself, but I believe that one should always dream big, start small, scale up fast. 28 years ago, when we started our business, it was like, oh, these people have started a business in Islam, in Katwe, but we knew what we were doing. Today, we manufacture medicines for HIV/AIDS, and I have got a cool 2 million patients across Africa who survive because of the medicines that I manufacture. Malaria, when we started, a minimum of 400 people were dying every day because of malaria. We've worked with the government and helped to reduce it, and as I speak today, the number is less than 50, and we want to make it to 0. Nobody should die. But why do I tell you this? I want to tell you this because it is possible. It is possible that every old boy of Namilyango College, whatever you are doing, whether you are in politics, whether you are in business, whether you are in professions, do it with drive, with desire, with determination, with dedication, but above all, with discipline. And once we do that, let me assure you, our country and our world will never be the same. Thank you, and God bless you.
Please, one more round, please. Mr. Katongole, if there's anything you have done to me, you have murdered my protocol thoroughly. Now I must rearrange myself. Thank you for those very powerful remarks. It's not good to repeat what the guest of honor said. I had 10 million. Treasurer, did you hear? Treasurer, are you there? Secretary of Finance, there's 10 million. In my humble way, I told my president and said, you see, if I sacrificed about 10 beers a month, and I've committed that from my little income, 50,000 every month goes to the endowment fund. That's just, those are how many beers? It has to be a bell. There are no other beers. The rest are concoctions, TV adverts, and so on. Wait. If every one of us gave an average of, that's about 600,000 a year. My guest of honor has made it better to say, we cannot just remain at SACCO. SACCO. So NACOBA is a SACCO. In my village in Terego, there is a SACCO. What's the difference between going to college and remaining there? Surely there must be a difference. After the guest of honor, we are in this situation where I can only recognize, and thank you, our guest of honor, for recognizing. But let me first appreciate the arrival of Engineer Moses Magogo. Engineer. You know, all the other speakers here have had an opportunity to take a photo with me. I do not know how to do this, but for you to know, one of the people who received me in Namilyango, you remember I went in senior 5. They were 1 year ahead of us. If there's any reason why I became a head boy, these were the people who just genuinely liked me. He's a sportsman. And I told you I was into basketball, football, rugby, everything. The only reason I left basketball was one time we were playing and I came head to head with a pole here. Then I said, this is not my game. Engineer, you're very welcome. We are aware you have guests you are dealing with, international guests, but this is also your family and you're here. Guest of honor has set the tone at 10 million. I don't know what we're going to do. My brother and my mentor, for those who don't know, one of the people in whose footsteps I wanted to follow was Honor Norbert Mao. You know he was a head boy in the college, right? I also tried. You also know he was a very popular, the most popular member of parliament of a municipality in Igulu, correct? I also tried, but I went there and the voters told me, So the voters postponed my victory. I didn't lose. They just said, Mr. Zaga, your victory will come later. The only problem is they didn't define the later. But I am patient. My brother Norbert Mao, in many ways, actually, myself, Norbert Mao, Honorable Dan Kidega. Dan is a godfather to my child. In Lacho, we used to call ourselves the cream de la cream. So those of you who thought Ezaga was nothing, this is your moment. You can see how we operate. But the pleasure in all this is the fact that recognize the value of your networks. Why do you quarrel? Why do you grab people's land only for the next day you are being buried? It is all vanity. What matters is support somebody. And we're here to support through the endowment what? Funds. 10 million has come in. My brother Norbert Mao, you are supposed to have made a speech. As I mentioned, protocol has been broken, but my president has given me the authority that I please invite you here because you are in the program. We appreciate that you had an engagement, but it's important for you to come and share with us that one message that you had planned, I'm sure, which has a financial connotation, and then we progress to the next level. I have asked the people in the kitchen to start warming the food. So my brother, please come. And what do you do? That one. He has got an opportunity to take a photo with me.
Our guest of honor, Mr. President, and your entire executive, all the dignitaries here, OBs and OGs, dear friends, I apologize for coming very late. I started my journey from Pade, where we had a function organized by the Archbishop of Gulu Archdiocese. I want to thank our president and the team for organizing this. I want to thank the headmaster, who is also an OB, Mr. Mpuga, for holding the fort. Today I saw the picture of the Concorde flying on social media. It was looking like the Titanic. So, Mr. Headmaster, I think we need to create a platform for the Concorde. In life, it is important to be proud of the things you value, because you alone knows the reasons why you value them. We were always very proud of the Concorde. You know, the Concorde was a supersonic aeroplane. That meant it flew at a speed higher than 330 meters per second, which is the speed of sound, at least according to Mr. Vincent Ndianavanji, who taught us physics. Now, there are things that define Namilyango. And I would like to talk about the two major sports in which we excel. The first one is, of course, boxing. And we all know the pyramid. The coach always tells the boxers one thing: fight one more round. Even if your back is on the canvas, you are looking at the ceiling of the arena and it is moving clockwise and anti-clockwise, you must never forget the voice of your coach saying, fight one more round. That's why some of us are still fighting. And we will be fighting one more round. Even if there are 15 rounds, we focus on that one more round. I think this will console the MC, that one day he will take the oath of Member of Parliament. Just fight one more round, that's all. The other sport is rugby. And the coach always says, hold on to the ball. Even if you feel your ribs are cracking because of the impact of an opponent's head, hold on to the ball. Don't let go. Some of us are still holding on to the ball, wherever we are, because that is the spirit of Namilyango. So for those two reasons, persistence and not letting go of our goals, we excel wherever we are. I joined Namilyango in 1984 as a backdoor. And some of my classmates said backdoor. I was a backdoor. I first wondered what backdoor was until I realized that they meant backdoor. They said, this mupia is a backdoor. And I wondered what backdoor was. And I see some of the people who are my contemporaries. The lights are strong, but at least I can see Vincent Salam is here. I see Chompy is here. Yes. So Namilyango had very proud students. So when I arrived from Wairaka College, I ended up in Wairaka College because my forms got lost. I actually didn't put Namilyango College among my choices. It was just one good accident. So today I'm also celebrating my luck, being lucky. When Napoleon was asked what are the qualities he looks for in a good general, many people thought he would say courage, experience, a good education, and those other military qualities. Napoleon said, luck. I want a lucky general. So today I'm celebrating my luck of ending up in Namilyango College. So my forms got lost, and I didn't go to Ginger College. My brother, who got a second grade, ended up in Ginger College, while I spent one whole term at home. Those days, application forms mattered. I don't know how much they matter these days, but you just had to stay home. So after 2 years in Wairaka College, I told my father that I didn't want to go back. These days, Wairaka College is a very good school, but at that time, there were discipline issues. So on the day my father was intending to take me back for the first term of S3, I decided to wash my clothes to give him a signal that I was not ready. You see, I started early, these things. So he fumed, but eventually he went and saw his friend, Mr. Alfred Mugoda. We, the Basoga, call him Mugoda. The rest of you say Mugoda, but we understand you. So I joined S3 South, and there were a number of young men who came to make a little speech of welcome. It was not very friendly. They told me, Mr. Mao, you're from Wairaka College? That's a third world school. But we welcome you because we are the cream of Uganda. We are the best. Those days it was not distinction 1, distinction 2 in P7. It was about points. So these are people who came with 280 over 300. So they told me that they had reserved the last position for me permanently. So I thanked them and went to see how to manage the situation. You know, sometimes life is like a knife thrown at you. You know, a knife has the sharp end, but also has the blunt end, the handle. So if a knife is thrown at you, there's nothing you can do about its heading towards you. It comes usually at a very high velocity. And you know, velocity is not only speed, but also direction. At least according to Indiana Vanji. So, if you're wise, you'll try to catch the knife with the handle so it doesn't cut you. If you're stupid, you catch it with the blade, and then it hurts you. So, we actually have choices. That's the beauty of life. And Namilyango gave all of us freedom to choose. That's the one thing I celebrate most about Namilyango. Every Wednesday, the gates were open, and we would just flow out, walking around Seta, Ashanti, and all those places. So, Namilyango gave us a choice. So, those attributes comprise the LCM, according to Mr. Victor Bwanika, who taught us mathematics. You remember the Victor face? Yes. It's a bit like water. It may be in various forms. It can be gas, as vapor, can be solid, as ice, can be liquid, as the water we drink. But according to Mr. Mulenzi, who taught us chemistry, you always have 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. Doesn't matter in what form. So I think those are the things that bring us all together. For that, I will always be grateful. Namilyango also connects us to God. That's why our motto which comes from the 15th chapter of the book of John, the Gospel according to John, verse 5. For those who have forgotten, I am the vine and you are the branches. Apart from me, ye can do nothing. Nisi Dominus. So, we are connected. So, Namilyango gave us that all-round education, built us physically, built us mentally, built us socially. We made lifelong friends in Namilyango, also built us intellectually. Some of us were never visited except on very rare occasions, so life at the tea shed was hard. And to make it worse, the Namilyango people had a sense of humor. They even classified the cassava. There was the boiled one, which they called chalo, which was the one most of us could afford. Then there was the fried one. There was the one fried with eggs, which they called London. So some of us had to, we started doing cheyo. So in my dormitory camping house, on account of my very good handwriting, I became the official love letter writer. I don't know whether there's any lady who ever received a letter in very good handwriting here. The signature may not have been mine, but definitely the handwriting was mine. The emotions were not mine. Me, I was just working. So you can tell how I was excited to start my journey from over 470 kilometers away in order to come and be with you. I salute those who have put this thing together. The cause is very important. Education is a great equalizer, and it's also a choice to go to school or not to go to school. There are many people who have the means, but they don't go to school. My grandfather used the money paid as dowry for my aunt to educate my father, and my father had to make a promise to educate everybody else. It was unusual at that time in the 1940s, but thanks to a decision by my grandfather, who was a barefoot preacher, you know, this Christian evangelical revival, the lay preachers. I can hear my friend. There is my campaign manager, Pastor Sempa. Because Nasa Road was not yet having printers, he designed my posters and drew a stick man. And he put, my slogan was, "Run, Mao, run." Thank you very much, Pastor Sempa. So, I'm not going to tell you all the stories. We are going to sell those stories at the Shell Club. I don't know who is hosting us there next. So in support of what you are doing, I will also contribute. I'm not a businessman, as you know. I'm a politician, and we politicians use OPM, which means other people's money. So those who have their own money will definitely pledge more. Those of us who use other people's money may actually contribute much more than them eventually, because we know the rich people. But for now, let me pledge that I'll contribute, for a start, 5 million Uganda shillings. And I also promise that I don't know how you are organizing the fundraising, but we hope we will have pledge cards which we can go with. Every Monday, I sit among very powerful people. In the same area is also the most powerful person in the country. So it will not hurt to let them know that there's another school apart from the other one. Only that it is a college. And we are not proud for nothing, because the year was 1902, so there was no other school. So you really can't blame us. And I see in this room there are very many people who are very well connected. The president of FUFA, MP Hashim Magogo, the closest neighbor to the most powerful woman in Uganda. So tell your Muliranwa, you know, the closest neighbor, that you know this school is doing something that no other school has done, namely to lift up others. Many of us would not be where we were if people did not lift us up. So this is our only way of saying thank you to those who have lifted us up. May God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, you're all wondering what I'm going to say next. I don't know, what can I say now? My mentor, thank you very much. Let me keep the audience to be in a relaxed mode. We have decided that there are only two last items we're going to handle: food and disco. We do the formalities, we're going into the awards, we finish. Honorable Norbert Mao, I have declared officially, he has been my mentor, and he said, the advice is very simple. In rugby, you must hold on. Yeah? I think it was known, I was a fullback in rugby. And my choice of playing fullback was because in the scrum, the blows you receive there. So me, I chose to play fullback because by the time the opponent is coming, he's sufficiently tired. I use my weight, I put it on you, and you are finished. I did mention that I have decided to sacrifice 5 beers a month for the endowment fund, for as long as I am employed. This is open-ended. But now that my mentor has challenged me, other than the 5 beers a month, I am also going to put 5 million. In order to achieve these things, let me do what they are doing. I'm also putting my what? My 5 million. Honorable Mao has said, me, I came from all the way, and you're in the college. I came from a school where anything blue like a jean was uniform. The headmaster was only interested in performance. And if you recall, back in the day, St. Joseph's College Ombachi would be the only up-country school in the top 10. Namilyango, Budo, blah, 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 Ombachi. Gayaza, Nabingo. I went to Namilyango and they were like, so whatever you went through, I went through. The only way I could defend myself as a problem child, as an internally displaced, was to get into government. I became a head boy. Then they said, this boy is hard. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not take you too much to support someone in need. Now, let me go emotional here. I grew up an orphan. I lost my father when I was 6 months. If it was not for the benevolence and philanthropy of people, I would not be standing in front of you. And you don't have to do much. The endowment fund is opening doors for people. All you have to do is recognize that all the money you have is meaningless if it doesn't improve the life of somebody else. That's all we're saying. So as we get to that level, we are going to go into another protocol problem. I would like to kindly request my guest of honor to come and do one simple honor, and then we will give the awards, we go into dinner, and we call it a night. My guest of honor, with your indulgence, kindly step up here to award. A name was mentioned, but there is a present for, who is Anthony? Natif, are you in the house? Anthony, you're welcome. DJ, welcome him. Give him the song in the background. We were worried that you were not rich, but you're finally here. Ladies and gentlemen, the guest of honor is awarding Anthony. It has been mentioned, the headmaster mentioned it, and I would like to have this singular honor. Anthony, your commitment was very clear.
fellow old boys, ladies and gentlemen, it is always a great honor when we recognize our own. And tonight, Namilyango College Old Boys Association recognizes Mr. Anthony Natif Mukasa, who was at college 1997 to 2002. We appreciate you for your selfless support and commitment to NACOBA fraternity and Namilyango College. Go out soaring like an eagle.
Congratulations, Anthony. Please stand there. I am not supposed to be part of this. My guest of honor, I'd like to request that you remain up here, and I invite my president. My president also would like to appreciate our guest of honor. Let me say this after the honors have been done.
I heard all the people saying, get down on it, come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it, get down on it. Get down on it, get down on it. Come on and get down on it, baby, baby. Get down on it, get on it, get down on it. I say people.
Thank you very much, sir. You may resume your seat.
What you gonna do?
I'm not sure which is a better version, the one on the board or the one carrying the board. But they are actually very beautiful. Thank you very much for those appreciations. As we progress, we are going into the awards moment. My team is ready. We would like to run through this very quickly, and once we are finished with the awards, we'll have our comments from the awards committee, we have our dinner, and we dance. So the ladies who have currently high-heeled, this is the moment to pull out the toolbox to change to something that's more flat. Can I also inform you, at the entrance we have currently what I would like to call the most valuable magazine that this country has, the Ngonian. It has a simple price of 20,000. Let me put it this way. You know, because we do not know what the parameters of going to heaven are, Pastor Sempa, you forgive me. Chances are that God may decide and say, whoever attended the 4th NACOBA Gala and bought a magazine, just bring them in. Because there are so many people struggling to go to heaven. This may become a parameter. It is at the entrance. But if that is not the basis and is too fallacical, can I just say, just buy a copy. For the ladies who are here, buy it and throw it in the sitting room so that your visitors can know the associates you have. The rest of you buy it, drop it in the car, take it to the office, and forget it there. It is okay. It is only 20,000 shillings. Please support the college. Can we go into the awards, please? And I'd like this to run very, very quickly. My team set us on the ball rolling.
In the category of Young Achievers Awards, the nominees are Mr. Richard Zulu, 2001 to 2006. Mr. Katumba Jonathan Paul, 2013 to 2018. Engineer Edmond Tumusime, 1998 to 2003.
We had 3 nominees. And therefore, of the 3 nominees, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Young Achievers Award for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming none other than Mrs. Chibuka to award this section of the young achievers. Mrs. Chibuka, please step up here. Thank you very much. Our one and only. You guys are lucky. So the nominees, please walk forward. Let's try and make this flow. The two nominees mentioned, find your way to the stage as well to be awarded by our mother, Mrs. Chibuka. Send our congratulations to him. The second member, Richard Zulu, congratulations. Being nominated is quality enough. Yes, that's it. There has to be on the camera. And of course, our winner for the night, engineer, please making your way up. I'm going to be announcing this one step ahead so that it flows very quickly. Thank you, Mrs. Chibuka. May I invite the headmaster to please come up for the next round of the awards? Mr. Headmaster. Service to Namilyango College. Where's the winner? Oh, you're here. You enter through Bakadoa. Not to use Bakadoa. Congratulations, engineer. I have not known an engineer who is so focused when it comes to sports. This is the only guy who applies his engineering knowledge into sports. He gives you a rugby tackle, you must reconstruct your foundation. The entry formula may be changed. Mr. Headmaster, the service to Namilyango College is yours as well. Please stay up here. That's the second category of the awards. DJ, give it to me. Service to Namilyango College.
Service to Namilyango College, Mr. Matthias Nalanya.
You're very far. Please come here. Move to the front for purposes of photography. Come a little closer. Congratulations. Others would say Matthias, others would say Matthias. It depends on the school you went to. But I think ultimately that's the winner. Third category.
In the category of Service to Sports Award, the nominees are Mr. Robert Seguia, 1992 to 1998, Dr. Lawrence Mulindwa, 1982 to 1985, Honorable Engineer Moses Magogo, 1991 to 1993.
In the contribution to sports category, give us the winner. Some of you move with the balls. I don't know who has a ball there. You please bring it up. Engineer, please receive your winner's award, and I think there is no doubt about this. We are not going into the citations. Among many, I would like you to come and thank the people for that award. You thank them properly.
Little child and jitterbug. We want the best. We won't settle for less. Don't be a drag. Participate.
I must concede that it's a kind of ambush. My neighbors were telling me they saw the names of the nominees, but I even hadn't seen that my name had been included. But I want to take this moment to thank the Almighty God for what He has made me achieve. For what He has made me achieve. I'm very, very proud of being an old boy of Namilyango College. Like the previous speakers have said, it was a huge turnaround in my life for having joined the college at the time I joined. Coming from Biennially district, Kagulu Primary School, in my P7, I had put my first choice as Namilyango, and I failed to get it. I went to Jinja College. I thought I had moved nearer from Kamuli district now to Jinja district. I made the second push after my senior 4, and I still put my first choice as Namilyango College. And this time I made it as among the best students joining the college in senior 5. Now in Jinja College, we believed that the best or the brightest students had nothing to do with coming from families that are well off, had nothing to do with going to socials. All you had to do was reading books, wakatama. Now I reached Namilyango, my life changed, my thinking changed. I realized that even well-to-do families have also bright students, and they were in Namilyango. I also realized that it is true, there are some girls who are very brilliant, because at that time our association was Namagunga, and there was this one very brilliant girl I happened to meet at the only social that we had our year. We had only one, and I'm not going to the problems why. And she was extremely brilliant. Namilyango also introduced me to sports. I happen to have been the best long distance runner in Namilyango College. But I was also excelling in academics because I was one of the best students during my year, winning the national mathematics contest that had all the best schools. I'm very proud of my background of Namilyango, and I want to say this award goes a long way in appreciating my contribution to sport. That this year, we decided as a Federation of Uganda Football Association to start a competition between the academic giants that are not competing in football because of the way the current football competitions for schools are organized, where players are taken to school. Instead of going to school and you have a talent of football, you play football. Now, the rules at FUFA are that the president of the federation will decide which schools fall in this exclusive category. So it will not be every school, and it's right for me to choose Namilyango College amongst others. And there are only 8 schools in the country, Namilyango being one of them. I'm also proud that I'm a parent of Namilyango College. My son is in senior 1 right now as we speak. Fortunately, on the school team already playing football. I know it's not a day which belongs to me, but I want to thank the president of the Old Boys Association and the entire executive, the guests tonight. Thank you so much for this award. It makes me realize that the work we do
to the society is appreciated by those that are looking at us, and will continue serving this country and also protecting the name of Namilyango in whatever we do. You might see the way I was dressed was not exactly for this dinner. I wanted to have dressed a little much better than I normally do for such awards. But I'm in the middle of hosting the inspection team from CAF that is evaluating the different facilities we have in our bid to host the Africa Cup of Nations 2027 for the first time in the history of this country. So as I leave the stage, I'll definitely go and join them. Currently, meetings are going on, but we are doing very well so far. Now, we talked about the endowment fund, and it will not only be right for me to leave this stage without making a speech to it. I've since learned that there are no engineers that do not have money. All engineers are rich. I do not know of any. But on a more serious note, I'm a student of a background that required such a support. Because so many times, Mr. Sebulimaji was always looking for me in Namilyango for having not paid the school fees. To the point that when I went to pick my certificate, I had to make sure that actually he does not see me, because I was not sure whether I had not actually had a debt remaining. So I want to make a humble contribution, and a genuine one, because I believe in the cause. The cause is that there are a number of students who are brilliant, who may not have the ability, or the parents with the ability to give them the education they deserve, like me. And my contribution will be, now that Honorable Ma was gone, I was worried. If you give me the permission, I didn't want him to hear this, but now that he has mentioned he's around, and if he gives me the permission, because he's the minister and I'm an honorable member of parliament, that I contribute only 10 million shillings into the fund. That is if he allows. If he doesn't, I'll keep protocol and come back to the microphone to make it less in respect of the protocol. Thank you so much. God bless us all.
I have just heard Honorable Mao saying no objection to the 10 million. Thank you very much, Engineer. May I request the family of Seguya represented here, with all honor and respect to his life, to please come and receive. Honorable, I can release you, sir. I can release you. Hey, wait, Honorable. Honorable. Sorry, apparently, you know, Engineer Seguya is the late, and the family is represented here, so I'm advised that it is only fair that you support in handing this over, represented by the family here. May I request you to please honor Seguya while standing. For those who do not know, we have had committed people, but if there's anyone who did anything he did with such a passion, it was the late Seguya. He fought for the college. Please be seated.
Thank you all, and good evening. This is a posthumous award, and the wife of the late has asked me to put out a word of thanks to the Namilyango fraternity, especially cohort 92-98. Seguya was the finest rugby player. when Namilyango played Cobs and Heathens. It was the first time we beat those teams. And everyone remembers how good those teams were. Unfortunately, Seguya suffered a terminal illness. He was our age. And the 92-98 fraternity, including all the old boys, did not spare anything to treat Seguya. But we lost that battle. However, and Dora here has asked me to say thanks. We paid school fees for the children, 5 of them, for the next 1 year, just to get the family out of the shock. And Mr. Headmaster, I will not follow in the footsteps of Ezaga, but we are raising a rugby player here. And the battle is still on. We need to get the kids through school, and you can make private pledges, and we will keep holding this family together. Thank you very much.
This right here, tell me what goes out.
I cannot say anything more. If you did not know why the endowment fund exists, this is just one of the reasons. Dr. Lawrence Molindo as representative to receive. After this, I'm now making it chap-chap. We don't have a representative, it's okay. Please hold it. Honorable, thank you very much. You receive it. Thank you, that's for Doctor. Give me, let's move to the next category. DJ, we are now rolling through.
Service in one's calling, arts and humanity. The nominees are Professor Joshua B. Rubongoya, 1972 to 1977. Dr. Cleophas Mugenyi, 1987 to 1989. Dr. Businje Kabumba, 1995 to 1998.
Invite Dr. Panta Kasoma to do the honors of handing this. Doctor, please come and hand over. As the doctor comes up, please declare to the audience who the winner is. Congratulations, Dr. Businje Kabumba. And the nominees, please step up as well. Let's make this faster. The nominees who are here, first come and receive, and then the winner receives last. Dr. Kasoma, thank you very much for coming to present. Our nominees first. In Namilyango, being nominated is a recognition in itself. Congratulations, sir. Nominees this side. Can I request that you come a little closer for purposes of the pictures? Congratulations. Thank you. A round of applause. Professor Joshua. Congratulations, sir. You know, these awards, now as you go home, you must plan where to hang it because they are not out of nowhere. For the photo moment, Dr. Mugenyi, congratulations. As our winner should be stepping up at this stage. Dr. Businje, are you here? As Dr. Businje steps up, may I request Matthias to be upstanding for the next awards. Mr. Matthias, Alianya. please be coming up on the stage for the next awards, for the next category. Dr. Busije, congratulations. Well deserved. Please continue serving humanity. A few more awards left, ladies and gentlemen. I'll proceed. Thank you very much, sir. The next category is going to be handled and awarded by our very own Matthias. Give it to us.
Service in one's calling, sciences. The nominees are Professor Moses Joloba, 1986 to 1988. Professor Adapala Ekwamo, 1967 to 1972. Professor David Serada, 1972 to 1977.
Give it to them, the winners. And then... Ladies and gentlemen, Professor David Serada is the winner. And may I request the other nominees to quickly step up as well to receive. Nominees, please come forward. Matthias here. We need a photo moment. I leave it to you to choose who to start with, sir. Professor Kwamu. Professor Kwamu first. This category has professors only. Congratulations, Professor. The other runner-up, Professor Moses Joloba. Congratulations, Professor. As the overall winner, another Professor, David Serada, steps forward. Is Professor Serada here? I thought I saw... Okay. Matthias, I trust you to keep it. Please receive it. Congratulations. Just a few more to go. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. This category, apparently, I am under instruction to again invite my Honorable Norbert Mao to come up here. This is now the next category of service to the country. DJ, give them the option.
In the category of Service to Country Award, the nominees are Major General Francis Nyagweso, Professor Mukasa Lubowa Sebufu, Mr. Joseph Etima, Honorable Justice Bart Katulere, 1969 to 1970.
If you have noticed, these had 4 nominees, and let's go to the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations are in order. May I request the nominees or the representatives to please come forward. Those who are present, Professor Sebufu, Mr. Joseph Etima, Major General Francis Nyagweso. The one I see coming up is, I think, representing Etima. That is Dr. Monica Etima. Of course, he's receiving this posthumously. As we all know, he went to be with the Lord. Congratulations to Mose Joseph Etima. The other nominees present, please step up to the stage so that we hash this quickly. Do we have the other nominees in the house? Or a representative? I know Bernard come and receive for our one and respectable Honorable Justice Bart Katorebe. Do we have a representative for Major General Francis Nyagweso? Okay. Congratulations, Bernard, to Mose. Please convey our message. If the others are not here, Honorable, I don't know how they'll reach your office. They'll have to fill forms. The tradition has been set. The award receives for those who are not here. Kindly receive. And then they'll have an opportunity to reach your office as well. Thank you very much, Honorable, for coming up several times. Congratulations to all the nominees. Next category, probably second last, if not last.
In the category of Cohort of the Year, the nominees are 1988 to 1994, 1989 to 1995, 1990 to 1996, 1994 to 1999, 1996 to 2001, 1997 to 2002, 1999 to 2004, 2010 to 2015.
Okay, hold it there before you announce the honor. You can see the number of nominees. This was a tight race. But ladies and gentlemen, let's see which cohort takes it. I wish it is mine. Or give it to us. And the winner? Congratulations. Can we have, let me see the cohorts that are, because there were many. The nominees, 1990 to 1996. Please step forward. 1990 to 1996. Closely followed by 1994, 1999. Please hurry up. Our food is getting cold. Come up in a sequence, receive this, and we progress. 1990, 96 first, and then 1994 to 19. The person awarding, sorry I didn't call out. For the cohorts, Engineer Kato Kaizi, PDA chairperson, and my predecessor, who is handing over to me. Welcome, Engineer. So, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for cohort 1996. Step forward. For a cohort to get up here, it requires that they are very active in the association activities. Whenever called upon, these are people who respond. And as you look around on the tables, you can see which cohorts have retakes. Congratulations, cohort team. Please step forward here. We need a photo opportunity, plus the entire crew. Very good. The next cohort. Congratulations. Well done. Cohort 1994 to 1999, as the winners of the cohort team, please prepare as well. You can already start rising up because the winners are announced. Cohort 1994. Congratulations, guys. I am officially scared by your numbers. I think you guys mobilized thoroughly. We are picking a leaf. In numbers you have won, surely. And our winners? Winners, you should be already halfway through. We don't have much time. Cohort winners, 1989 to 1995. These were officially our papia. The guys whose heads we need to knock your heads. We mentored you into what you are today. Congratulations, cohort winners. To be handed over by the chairperson of the PTA. And ladies and gentlemen, the last award in this category is from the President's Award. Please don't be camera shy. Step forward here for a photo moment. Move a little forward. But you also worry. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the most active cohort in our activities, financially liquid. When you ask them to show up for the dinner, they come. When there is anything that the college needs, they show up. For this year, they take the accolade. We'd like to thank you very much and congratulate you. I know your colleagues would have been with you, but they are now in a shell club where these formalities don't matter. Congratulations, cohorts. Cohort of the year. My God, don't worry, next year we shall. This is 89, we are 88. Next year we'll step back. Don't worry. Finally, last cohort. Or last presentation, last award.
In the category of President's Award.
This is the President's Award, and it can best be presented by none other than the President himself. I think the winner needs no further introduction, but I'd like the President to do the honors.
Thank you. This is the only award where one does not have to explain the choice. I could have as well given it to myself. I was tempted, and nobody would query, because it would be the only opportunity I have to also walk away with an award. But this gentleman is the one who has given us time. And there's no other word I can explain for the choice of today. I would like to request Honorable Gidudu to do the honors of handing over the award. And we also have a top-up to what we have for him. We have an orthopedic mattress from Crestform for our winner of the President's Award. Thank you.
Manulima, kutumbola ngai te.
Very hearty congratulations, Dale.
Ele kakanango, Le grand ninja.
Thank you, Honorable. Restroom, where is the mattress? It is orthopedic. It means it doesn't bend in the center. It remains flat, despite your weight. That mattress is too heavy for my ladies. Okay, you all know what mattresses are. And you all know what mattresses facilitate. It is in the corner. Dale, your mattress is there. Please make good use of it. I'm not sure. Okay, let me leave that there. Dr. Muvawala is here. We are moving to the next level. We're just going to take another 10 or so minutes, and we should be done with the formalities. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll recognize one of our seniors at the appropriate moment, but may I, at this moment, invite the chairperson of the Endowment Fund Board. Mr. Chairman, this is your moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Nakede Sempanyi. I was in the college from 1984 to 1990 in Campling House. We share history with Honorable Mao when I poured dirty water on his kangaroo t-shirt, and I washed it for 5 days. I presently serve as the board chairman for the Namilyango College Peregrine Chivuka Endowment Foundation Limited, and previously served on the college board for 8 years. And in that time, we built the road, we built the gate with NACOBA and the new dormitory. In 2020, amidst the COVID lockdowns, I received a call from a lady, a single mother, that had worked in a school as secretary for 25 years and had come, her stay in the school had come to an end, but she had not received gratuity. Her petition was that the MFI institution where she had pledged her Chibanja title was taking away her land after she no longer received the salary. She said, my son cannot even return to school for a month now, yet he is a candidate. He is a bright student, moreover in Namilyango College. He is my future. With that call, I spoke to Mr. Mpuga to allow Mobiru John Bosco to return with the candidates that had been allowed by government to resume school then, so he could complete his studies as we sorted out the school fees. Mobiru sat for his O-levels then, finals, and scored 10 aggregates. He's now at the college offering PCM. The question I have, will Mobiru continue to use public university on government scholarship? Most likely, yes. Will he afford the requirements at university? It's the reason we're here. We need to link his and several other dreams to the future. He has a future he's not certain about. He knows what he wants. Apart from those dreams, the college relies on annual fees collections from parents to cover the huge operating costs, including maintaining and expanding the infrastructure, with barely no surpluses. It needs new student and staff accommodation, classrooms, laboratories, computer hardware, and co-curricular facilities. Staff need to be supported to upgrade, to improve their lives. We in the room here can make this possible. Otherwise, nobody will. Past President Ronald Kamara approached me while I was member of the board at the college, and they said we need to get out of this cycle, giving school fees to people that we are not able to follow up. They pass the senior six, we forget about them, they probably don't continue. He said, John, I know you have only girl children, and I do, only girl children. And you're unlikely to bring them to Namilyango College to study or benefit from the developments in Namilyango College. But you have the heart which it takes to make the difference. Let us create an endowment fund for the college to help solve some of these problems. I immediately said yes. We sold it to the board bought into it, NACOBA had already bought into it, and we gave birth to the endowment fund. The endowment fund, named after one of the greatest educationists and administrators of our times, the late Dr. Peregrine Chivuka, is a way to maintain those great memories many of us shared or experienced of his support and legacy at the college. Many thanks to those great Ugandans that have responded to this call thus far. Engineer Magogo was with us on the school day when we launched this fund. The Right Honorable Speaker was with us. She gave us a generous contribution and several others. But that was the start. We have so far made investments of 95 million in just 3 months since the first public display in March this year on Namilyango Day. But we need to generate a minimum of 30 million per year to cover the bursaries that the headmaster mentioned today. We need to contribute 1.5 billion shillings to the college infrastructure. We all know what it is like within the next 3 years. And we need to provide more scholarships going forward. We will get the money, invest it, build a huge fund, and meet the students, staff, and college needs. I know others can, we will. Allow me to introduce the men driving this initiative. The board members, please step forward. We have Council Matt Nalianya, who is a representative of the Board of Governors on the team. We have Mr. Ronald Kamara, who is the chair of the Awards and Projects Committee. He's a NACOBA representative. We have Mr. Fred Chaka Javira, he's a past president of NACOBA and a NACOBA representative. We have Mr. Ronald Kasozi, the man behind the genesis of the SACCO, who is the chair Finance and Investment Committee and representative of NACOBA. We have Mr. Constantine Puga, who is the board secretary and headmaster. We have Council Joseph Mukasa Kakinda, who is the alternate secretary, and myself, John Nakede Sempanyi, the chairman. In Rotary, past district governor, you told us that the best way to serve is to give to one who won't come back to say thank you. These people we might never know. They might never come back to say thank you. But they will say the thank you, and it will be loud. We've received pledges of about 115 million. Pledge cards are available. We must grow this fund. It will do what it is meant to do. Members, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to honor our late head teacher, but most importantly, to support those deserving students like John Bosco Mobiru, whom if we hadn't invited, would be a matoke seller somewhere in the streets of Mokono. He's now looking at joining an engineering course, and we must support him to get there. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In the military speak, you are dismissed, except Chaka. Chaka, remain here. Ladies and gentlemen, I first of all must appreciate your patience. We started a little late. It's almost 11 and you're still here. This is commitment. I'm also aware that a few with these shaky backgrounds have left. It is okay. We shall meet in heaven. Those of you who are still here, let's do this very quickly. There are pledge cards on the table. My past president, Chaka, you here? Please pick a mic. We're going to make this very seamless. Kindly pick the pledge cards that are on the table. Indicate what you're capable to commit. Don't commit family livelihood. I must be clear. Make sure the children don't end up not going to school because you are. So wherever you can, let's make this very quick. We go have dinner and we open it up. So DJ, give me some song in the background as I give people some 2 minutes to fill this. May I invite the past president, my archers who are everywhere you are, please position yourselves. If you've filled out your pledge card already, just hold it up. I want to do this in 7 minutes or less. 5 to 7 minutes maximum. Let's contribute, let's support, let's thank our people.
I have the first pledge coming in. The Chief Justice, Honorable Bart Katurebe, has given us 2 million shillings.
Thank you very much. 2 million from the Chief Justice.
And past President Bernard Katurebe has also given us 1 million shillings. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bernard. Okay. While we receive the cash, President Past, may I announce, ladies and gentlemen, that Professor Nipala Ikwamu has also donated 10 books, 10 books for NACOBA, and the title of the book is Unfinished Journey. We are raising funds, but we must recognize these donations. They go to enrich our library.
Thank you. As you will see from the screen, pledges are an opinion, cash is a reality. We still have unfulfilled pledges. Please honor your pledges when you do. Chris Lubanga Kene has given us a pledge of 1 million shillings. Thank you very much.
At this level, as we receive your pledges, ladies and gentlemen, it is possible that we may not have recognized everyone who is here, but I can't fail to mention the fact that Honorable Kamara is here. Honorable Kamara, Member of Parliament, Dr. Kamara. Can I also emphasize that are you my cohort or I am your cohort? Somewhere there. He has not moved alone, ladies and gentlemen. As the organized Catholic, he moves in pairs. Thank you very much for coming, Honorable. I know somebody's there with a pledge card. Between the minister and the other MPs, they have a bare minimum.
Thank you.
We need just 6 zeros on the right-hand side. You put whatever figure you want on the left.
We saw a table of 94. So many people coming out here.
We would like to do this very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite a night, and we would like to say, you guys have been amazing. Let's keep this quick. The band, I sympathize with the band, but start organizing yourselves so that as we have dinner, you're entertaining us. I promise that it should be 7 minutes. If you're still here, it means you believe in this purpose. Fill a pledge form. Give us some cash.
Lex Advocates, 2 million
Let's
shillings.
support the endowments.
Kefa Msubuga, 1.5 million shillings. Dr. Joseph Muvawala, 5 million shillings. A big round of applause.
I announced 5, but I've not received the pledge card. Please bring me one, and I commit my family also officially. So that when the diet changes from cassava to whatever, let me commit.
Good. Mr. and Mrs. Katongole Henry, 1 million shillings. Ivan Kakoza, 500,000 shillings. Joseph Serwada, 500,000 shillings.
Who has an expensive pen? Help me, I write my 5 million.
No. 5 million is not for an expensive pen, my brother. Top it up.
Mr. President. Pasts.
Mr. Mweru, Aaron, 500,000 shillings. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Businje Kabumba, 1 million shillings. Eugene Ntananga, 1 million shillings. That's all 1994 cohort. Yes, this is what I like. Cash is a reality. Dennis O'War, Chair Sako, 1 million shillings. Cash. Thank you. 20 million shillings. We are compiling all of this and we'll soon let you know how much has come through. And feel free, you can give one-offs or you can also give continuous pledges. Thank you. Cohorts 1994, 1990, 2 million shillings. Clapping is not taxed like we were told. Please feel free to clap for the people. You can't fail to give and fail to clap. Dr. Kamara, Dr. and Mrs. Kamara, 2 million shillings. Mwebara Mununga, Honorable. Good. Mawanda George, 1 million shillings. David Otim, 200,000 shillings. Thank you. Yes, Ezaga. Patrick Ezaga, 5 million shillings.
Thank you.
Keep them coming. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. We need cash. Leon Seguya, 50,000 shillings. Thank you very much, Leon. Chiwanuka Levu, 1 million shillings. Bernard Katorebe, 1 million shillings. Gidudu Isaac, okay, 1 million shillings. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Joseph Serwata, 500. We have some cash contributions, ladies and gentlemen. Mawanda Sam, okay, amount to be discussed. Vincent Salam, 2 million shillings. Obugalo. We'll be closing this very soon. Ronald Kasozi, 2 million shillings cash. Eugene Tananga, 1 million shillings cash. Mr. and Mrs. J.B. Matovan family, 1 million shillings cash. You are giving people an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to have a chance at education. Master Ojaga, 2 million shillings. Thank you. Bob Unsereko, 1 million shillings cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're wrapping this up in another 3 minutes.
Mr. Kaiso Fulgencio, 150,000 shillings. Thank you so much.
If you haven't heard your name being pronounced, it is probably because you still don't have a pen. But we have pens.
Dr. Panta Kasoma,
The
200,000
ushers, please move around
Thank
with
you.
pens. Say that again.
Dr. Panta Kasoma, 200,000 shillings. Thank you very much.
The person I sympathize with right now is the finance secretary.
Yeah.
Declaring how much we have mobilized tonight in addition to what's already been there.
Mr. Bagala Jonathan, 100,000 shillings. We are closer to our target of 300 million shillings tonight. Edmond, Engineer Edmond Tumsime, 200,000 shillings. Thank you very much. Okay, we're receiving cash as well.
President Sawat.
George Biansi, 1 million shillings. Thank you. Mr. Zulu, 150,000 shillings. Cohort 92-98. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to cohort 92-98. 5 million shillings. If your cohort hasn't contributed, you can still clap for these ones. Ronald Mukasa, 100,000 shillings. Thank you. Please make sure your numbers are correct, your telephone numbers. We don't want to call and be told the telephone number we've called is a fax. Christopher Ndereire, 500,000 shillings, 500,000 shillings. Martin Semper, Pastor Martin Semper, 1 million shillings. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you.
That one has come from heaven.
50,000 shillings. May I suggest, Mr. Patrick Ezaga, that we go for dinner and we will continue announcing these as we get along.
Ladies and gentlemen, our dinner is ready.
Benjamin Mugisha.
Okay, hold it.
1
DJ,
million.
you're going to continue from there. In the spirit of 50,000 monthly from Ezaga, Engineer Biamokama Julius has decided that every year he will be giving us 500,000 Uganda shillings. This one required a special announcement. Thank you very much. Let's be having some dinner from here on. We shall enjoy the music and entertainment, but I'd like to appreciate everyone who has been here tonight. We should have left you go about an hour ago, but time sometimes is very difficult. But what we have done today, I think even the Lord appreciates. Our dinner is ready. Ushers, please take our guests. Those who have not handed over the pledge cards, please do so. Do so, commit what you can afford. Don't pledge what you may not be able to sustain. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for staying up to this moment. Can we now unwind and relax?